The holographic projection flickered in the sterile conference chamber of the Galactic Council station, casting an ethereal blue glow across Ambassador Anna Chen's face. She stood perfectly still, her expression unreadable as the Council's verdict echoed through the vast hall. Earth's application for galactic membership is hereby denied, proclaimed High Councilor Zexter, his crystalline appendages refracting light in a display of bureaucratic finality. Furthermore, humanity is prohibited from accessing established trade routes, hyperlane networks, and diplomatic channels. This decision is unanimous and irrevocable. A murmur of approval rippled through the assembled delegates, representatives from 400 civilized worlds, each more ancient than humanity's entire recorded history. The Volrathi shifted their gelatinous forms in satisfaction. The Creolon clicked their mandibles approvingly. Even the normally neutral Eurasians allowed themselves a subtle luminescence of agreement. Jack Morrison, Anna's security attaché and the only other human in the room, felt his jaw tighten. His hand instinctively moved toward his sidearm before Anna's barely perceptible headshake stopped him. Through their neural link, he felt her thoughts. Not yet. Let them have their moment. May I ask, Anna said, her voice carrying across the chamber with practiced diplomacy, the specific grounds for this exclusion. Zexter's species didn't smile, but his next words carried unmistakable smugness. Your species is too young, too aggressive, too unpredictable. You have been spacefaring for barely 2 centuries. You wage wars among yourselves. You lack the refined sensibilities required for galactic society. He gestured toward a date. Your application was reviewed by our finest xenosociologists. The conclusion was clear. Humanity would destabilize the carefully maintained balance we have cultivated over millennia. Anna nodded slowly, as if considering this wisdom. Jack recognized that nod. He'd seen it before, right before she dismantled an opponent's argument so thoroughly they questioned their own existence. I see, Anna said, and the fact that our industrial output has surpassed the Volrathi collective despite having 1/10 their territory. That played no role in this decision. Zexter's crystalline structure darkened slightly, his species equivalent of a frown. Anna continued, her tone still perfectly cordial. Or perhaps it was our recent breakthrough in quantum manipulation, the one that makes your current FTL drives look like steam engines. Or maybe, Anne, this is just speculation. It's because humanity discovered the Prothean archives on Mars, and we're 6 months from decoding technology that predates your entire council. The chamber fell silent. Several delegates exchanged glances. Jack suppressed a grin. Your achievements are irrelevant, Zexter said, but his voice had lost its earlier confidence. The decision stands. You will leave the station immediately and return to your quarantine zone. Earth and its colonies are hereby isolated. Any attempt to violate the exclusion protocols will be met with military response. Anna's smile was small, almost gentle. Of course, High Counselor, we wouldn't dream of violating your protocols. She tapped her wrist display, and a new hologram appeared, this one showing the Sol system. We'll return to Earth immediately. But before we go, I thought you might like to see what we've been working on during these negotiations. The image zoomed out, revealing not just Earth, but Lunar Mars, the asteroid belt, and the outer planets. Each one bristled with activity: orbital shipyards, mining operations, defense platforms, and ships, thousands of them, ranging from small corvettes to massive dreadnoughts that dwarfed anything the Council possessed. You see, Anna explained, her voice taking on a lecturer's cadence. Humans have a peculiar trait. When someone tells us we can't do something, we become obsessed with doing it better than anyone thought possible. When you denied our first application 70 years ago, we didn't beg, we went home and built. Jack stepped forward, his own presentation joining Anna's. While your civilizations stagnated in comfortable bureaucracy, we colonized 14 systems using wormhole technology we invented ourselves. While you debated trade policies, we created self-sustaining habitats on worlds you declared uninhabitable. While you excluded us from your networks, we built our own, and they're faster. This is impossible, muttered a Creolon delegate. Your technology level was assessed 70 years ago, Anna interrupted. You assumed we'd still be crawling when you finally bothered to look again. That was your first mistake. Zexter's crystalline form flickered with what might have been alarm. What are you saying? Anna's smile widened, and for the first time, there was nothing diplomatic about it. I'm saying thank you, High Counselor. Your exclusion was the greatest gift you could have given us. While your member worlds grew dependent on Council resources, Council protection, Council bureaucracy, humanity learned self. We're not asking to join your club anymore. We don't need to. She gestured, and the hologram shifted again, now showing trade agreements not with Council worlds, but with independent systems, fringe colonies, even a few former Council members who'd grown tired of the endless regulations. The Tolan Confederacy signed a mutual defense pact with us last month, Jack added. The free worlds of Andromeda have requested access to our manufacturing techniques. Even some of your own member states have been making discreet inquiries about alternative arrangements. The chamber erupted in protests, denials, and accusations. Anna waited for the chaos to subside, then delivered her final words. Earth is walking away. High Counselor, we'll take our unpredictable aggression, our youth, and our lack of refinement, and we'll build something new, something better. And in 100 years, when your carefully maintained balance finally calculates the cost of excluding humanity, we'll be too busy building our own future to care. She turned to Jack. Let's go home. As they walked toward the exit, Anna's neural link carried a private message that felt good. Jack's response came with genuine warmth. Watching you dismantle galactic arrogance never gets old. Behind them, the Galactic Council sat in stunned silence, only now beginning to understand the magnitude of their miscalculation. They had excluded Earth expecting humanity to beg for reconsideration. Instead, humanity had grinned and walked away to build an empire, and they had done it without asking permission from anyone. The end.